Hey there, friends. It's Miss Joy again. I'm excited to go back through our Easter story together, and I've been having a lot of fun. I hope you have been enjoying this as well. So, the first day that we started reading this was on Palm Sunday, and that is when Jesus came into the city of Jerusalem on the back of a donkey, and the people in the town laid palm branches on the ground for the donkey to walk on as he walked through town as king. This is the second day we talked about, and this was when we were talking about the temple or the house of prayer, and the people were not treating it like a house of prayer or a house of worship or like a sacred church building like they should have been treating it. And Jesus didn't like that, so he told them that, and he took all of their stuff away so that they couldn't do that. And there was a lot of people that didn't like it, but Jesus didn't care. He knew what was right, and he was going to do it anyways. The third day was when Jesus was teaching people about love, and most importantly, how to love God and how important it was to love him with all of their heart and with all of your soul, as well as to love everybody that you interact with, whether they're your neighbors, whether you don't like them, whether you are friends and family. You should show them love anyways. And this is from when there was a woman who had a very, very expensive jar of perfume that was so precious to her, and she decided to give it away. She gave it to Jesus, and she poured it on him. And there was a lot of people who saw that did not like that she did that either. They thought she could have done something else. She could have used the expensive jar and sold it to get money, to give money to the poor. But Jesus loved what she did. He was so happy that she recognized how important something was to her and was able to give it away to somebody to show them how much she loved them. Today's story has to do with this little egg and this picture. So some of you may recognize this scene, but don't worry if you don't, because we're going to talk about it right now. So let's get to it. So we have been reading the Easter story Egg, and it is written and illustrated by Natalie Ard. Last Supper Thursday. For his very last supper, Jesus gathered with his friends. They shared a feast, and he explained his time was soon to end. He washed his disciples' feet with a servant's heart. He would love his friends until the end, although they soon would part. I am the way and the truth and the life. Come to the Father through me. He promised to send the Holy Spirit to live in us for eternity. He taught them to remember him by eating bread and drinking wine. He told them he would be betrayed and by a disciple be denied. He said, "Do not be troubled. I will send you peace of knowing. Your sadness will be turned to joy. Come, let us be going." So here's Jesus and all of their disciples having their Last Supper, and here's what they had. So you may recognize this if you ever are in church when we have communion. This is the reason why we do it. It's to remember Jesus and the last time that he had supper with his friends. So this is the bread and this is the drink. He went out into the garden. To our God he prayed. He pleaded with the Lord that night. Take this cup of suffering away. He knew the time had come. Soldiers were coming soon. He'd be betrayed with a kiss, by the light of the evening moon. Jesus was very troubled, but he knew this was the way. The soldiers captured and arrested him, and they led Christ away. Let this Thursday story egg remind us that Jesus is the way. Share the good news with your friends and be thankful every day. So here's a picture of Jesus when he was praying in the garden. And a verse to help us remember this story is John 14, verse 6. Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So thanks for listening along. It's been a fun journey and we're not quite done yet. So come back tomorrow. And I want to encourage you all to remember to be a servant like Jesus was at his Last Supper. Something that he did was he washed his disciples' feet. Now that's not something that we normally do, but I want to encourage you, maybe as a family, to wash each other's feet. I know it may be uncomfortable and awkward, but really, really picture what Jesus did. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, just remember to be a servant and to love each other. And I hope to hear what you guys end up doing. See you soon.